I mean, I don't want it to sound bad, and then just continue to go on like it's not. Okay, it says good now. Okay, all right. Appreciate the feedback, good people. Let's say some hellos to everyone. Mark is here. David, Joseph, from across the pond. Cipriani Tech is in the house. Josh is here. Thanks for coming by, everyone. We got MS. Ram is in the house. I don't know if it's Jamie or Jaime. I'm assuming Jaime. Welcome to the show. Ryan, John, good to have you. Oh, snap. We got Moose. What up, big Moose?
Woo!
Came in hot. Cha. What up, Moose?
Very good, man. Very good. Where's that music coming from, by the way?
Oh, it's just the background music that I can hear in the StreamYard.
Yeah. By the way, can you hear me or no?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can hear.
I'm on AT&T C-band here in SoCal.
Oh, snap.
Oh, damn. It's beautiful.
Yeah, let me go ahead and I don't want to kick the music. I want to cut the music. Let's cut the music. All right, man. We got that off. Okay. We're good to go. All right, I'm going to get back to the comments. I was saying hello to the peeps, Moose. You know me, I'm a man of the people, bro.
The SMT, the man of the people.
That's right. Jose is here. Dude, I do not like StreamYard on my mic, my interface, my computer. It just doesn't work well. Jose's here. Big Shan is in the house. AT&T C-band going up fast in Delaware. Upper Maryland. Hey, John. Josh, thanks for the updates, man. Appreciate it. Robbie Lynn is here. Welcome to the show. Note S22 Ultra. Is that like a Frankenstein phone? A Note 20 S22 Ultra? Do we know anything about the auction yet? I haven't really checked. So I'm not really sure, but I mean, maybe. So Ram is here. All right, I think the audio's fixed, possibly. Steven, Alexis, TJ, Eric. Thank you guys for coming through. Got Vlad. Got Brian. Moose, overly loud and clear as usual. Moose, how do you get your audio so crazy?
I don't know. I'm just using my phone right now.
All right, well, we're going to turn you down a smidge, all right?
Sounds excellent.
Just this, we're gonna cut you a third. We'll see if that helps. Blind Tech Adventures in the house. Josh says loud, yes. Clear, a rarity for Moose. I'd say he's usually pretty clear. It's just loud. Yeah. For whatever reason, the gain on whatever mic you're using is just crazy high. Estimation on how each carrier will get in the auction. I think T-Mobile is going to leave with like 95% of the spectrum. 90 maybe. There's like 8,000 licenses. I got them taking like 7,600 of them. I don't know, man. Hey, Sylvain. Okay. I think we're good to go. Moose, we got a good show lined up, man.
I'm very excited about this one, dog.
Yeah. What I'll do for you guys, as usual, I'll go ahead and paste the links into the live chat. And then I'll share them on the screen. We'll discuss. And then for those of you that are on Replay Crew, you should be able to see the links in the show notes. And I try to put them in order so that way you guys are able to kind of access them and stuff like that. But for whatever reason, during the live edition, it just doesn't work. Like it doesn't show. So anyways, we're good to go. We got the screen share popping off. Tracks the winning of the auction. I don't know, man. These auctions sometimes drag on for weeks. Don't hold your breath. That's all I'll say. All right. Link is provided. Screen share is happening. Let me get rid of this. And actually, you know what I should do is because of I guess I could leave the banner. It's not that big of a deal. All right, Moose, you ready?
By the way, since we've been on this live stream so far, I went back to that site that I told you about. 668 down.
Oh, so more, you trying to find out what the peak is?
Oh, yeah. Dude, there's a guy at the site right now. There's a contractor.
What's he doing?
I think he's in the cabinet because the doors are open on the cabinet. But dude, it went up about 70 Mbps from last night to today.
Yeah, they're probably optimizing it and tuning it. You're probably getting a cleaner signal now. The Sinar's getting better.
Exactly.
Good stuff, Moose. All right, man. News of the day. Charter reported earnings today, and they added so many mobile customers, Moose. Fresh off the heels of Comcast adding so many mobile customers. But they're not adding the important customers, which are the home broadband customers. T-Mobile's killing them, dog. All right, T-Mobile Home Internet is here, bro. And we can discuss why and what's happening as a phenomenon and stuff like that. So we got tons of time in the show. Basically, we're going to probably spend like the next 10, 15 minutes discussing this. And then we'll get to the other topics, which include things like TV and video losses, the technology piece with the network, what's happening at broadband versus mobile. So this will be a big piece of what we do in the show. But we're also going to be talking about AT&T piloting their gaming experience and their gaming priority. That's pretty cool. And then also there was a second thing, and this is kind of like an extra thing. We may or may not get to it. Apple with the iPhone sales through the roof continues to shine. It's just crazy, man. Those iPhone, just everybody and their mom has got to have one, right, Moose? Like, just iPhones is the move, bro.
Yeah, iPhones are killing it, man.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and do this. Charter adds 344,000 mobile subs in Q2 2022. The article that I linked for reference is Fierce Wireless, Linda Hardesty. She writes great articles. I always read her stuff. She's very good. All right, so Big Cable is no longer winning in home broadband, Moose. T-Mobile USA, Verizon Wireless collectively added 620,000 broadband subscribers. The way that breaks down is I think T-Mobile USA was at I think they're at 550 or 60,000. So Verizon came in just over like 120,000. Charter actually lost 42,000 subscribers this quarter. 42,000. That's their main business, Moose. They're a home ISP.
Wow. And then
you know what I mean?
Comcast for the first time ever, and that's why their stock went down 9%.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
and then in sympathy, all the other ones went down yesterday.
Right.
Because of the Comcast report, right? So this is an industry phenomenon we're seeing.
I mean, there's so much to dive in on this, Sneed. One of the things that I want to mention is, isn't it incredible that as more T-Mobile, as more advertisements and spending and promotions for the home broadband or fixed home wireless situation with Verizon and T-Mobile, Comcast and Spectrum are going to be taking more mobile subscribers away from the big three, right? So it's like they're trading right now. But
that's a good way to describe it. Yeah. So they're trading, and I'm going to tell you why this hurts cable more. Once we get through these numbers. So Charter loses 42,000. Q2 2021, they added 365,000. Comcast yesterday reported a net loss of minus 10,000. So collectively, Big Cable, whom I call Cable Town, Charter, Comcast lost 52,000 subscribers for home ISP. Charter had 59,000 disconnects, Moose. How about that?
Yeah, and then, I was asking around about this. A lot of people are saying that this is because a lot more people, housing has slowed down. New home construction has slowed down, right? Home buying has slowed down. And the big one, the pandemic response, right, was the government gave everybody like free internet, just turn them up for $10 or not even $10, just free, right? So it could have been also that too, Sneed, right?
Yeah, a lot of factors. How about the ARPU? Average
Yeah.
revenue per user continues to decrease quarter over quarter
Yep.
for Charter. They came in at a 2% decrease sequentially in consecutive quarters. This quarter, they were at $35. And to give you guys perspective, that is $5 lower than T-Mobile T-Mobile prepaid ARPU, and $7 lower than Verizon prepaid ARPU. What do you think of that, Moose?
Man, there's so much to unpack with that. What is their ARPU? Is it based off of,
They
their
take the total number of subscribers, total amount of revenue, and they just create an average.
so that means that the more
They have a lot of
wireless,
customers. They got
yeah,
millions of customers,
yeah,
right? But they the profits getting cut, the margins are getting tighter.
yep, yep. So does that mean that the more uh mobile subscribers the cable town signs up, the worse the ARPU is going to be? Maybe, right?
But I think they're happy to keep them on their broadband and
Mm-hmm.
whatever other services they get.
Yeah.
The way that I'm looking at the numbers from a year ago, Moose. Charter gained 87,000 subscribers in oh no, excuse me. It was 87,000. Oh, no. I got this all structured wrong. T-Mobile and Verizon collectively added 87,000 subscribers in Q2 of 2021. Wow. And then cable added 700,000.
Wow.
So they flipped. Look how that happened,
Yeah.
Moose. T-Mobile and Verizon added 620.
Yep.
A year ago today, the conversation was Charter and Comcast adding 700, right?
Wow.
So like literally the tables have turned. And there's obviously a lot of factors in this. The venom, a lot of people trying to leave cable, explosive pricing, poor customer care, lack of competitors. They're just happy to leave. You know what I'm saying, Moose?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's just the product isn't good. You know what I'm talking about, Moose.
Yep.
Spectrum at my parents' house is trash.
Terrible.
Fixed wireless has saved everything for them.
Yep.
It's improved their TV viewing experience, home internet, just web surfing, everything. It's just been better.
More reliable.
Oh yeah, it's the reliability piece, Moose.
Mm-hmm.
Not many customers are going to leave their home ISP, their mobile ISP, if the service is good.
Mm-hmm.
The only way they're going to leave is if they find an option that is just that much cheaper and comparable in performance, right? Customers are creatures of habit. They're loyal because they don't want to shake things up, right? But like if things hit the fan and they need to save the money and they can save the money, of course they will. But if the price is competitive, people just don't decide to leave as long as the service is good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Quote from the CEO of Charter. What is his name, man? Trying to remember his name, man. Rutledge? Whatever.
Yeah.
Screw this guy. Rutledge.
Oh, Tom Rutledge.
Tom Rutledge, because Roberts is the other guy, Brian Roberts. He's the Comcast dude. Okay, so Charter CEO Rutledge, quote, fixed wireless access is a small impact on our business. It's not the major component of our quarterly performance, but it's a factor. LOL to that, Moose.
Mm.
Do you agree with his sentiments?
Jesus. Unbelievable, man.
Like public denial, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday, we got the numbers from Roger. He tweeted them.
Yeah.
17% of T-Mobile's home internet customers that were added in Q2, 17% came from Comcast. So, Moose, you want to do the math on that?
Let's do it.
17% of 560,000 subscribers.
560,000, right?
Yeah. Times 0.17. What are we getting, about 90 grand?
95,200.
95,000 Comcast customers went to T-Mobile Home Internet. So what size of that, what percentage of that is from Comcast? I have no idea. Or from Charter? I'm not sure. I'm sure some of them. And I bet a bunch have left Cox Communications too. Garbage can residue.
Wow.
There's more, Moose. There's more awfulness over at Charter.
God.
TV and video. Charter lost 240,000 TV connections. To kind of go with it, they lost 265,000 wireline voice.
Wow.
Yeah, so I guess not all is bad. Big Cable is winning in mobile and wireless. The CEO was quoted as saying, "It's an attractive service and it's growing fast. We are a wireless company." Moose, he said,
What?
"We are a wireless company." I swear to you, dog.
What? This
Yeah,
is
oh yeah.
Spectrum, or was this Roberts?
This was the CEO of Spectrum.
Oh my God.
Rutledge is his name?
Yeah, Rutledge, Tom Rutledge. Yeah.
Tom Rutledge.
No way.
Cha
They're
cha. I swear. I could dude, I got the quote, bro.
not. I know, but that's why it's so alarming.
Oh no, it was the CEO of Comcast that
Oh, yeah.
no. It was the CEO of Charter. Rutledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said it today. You know what? Let me do the screen share. Let me give you guys that link. Because it's actually hard to believe, right?
Yeah.
Why would he say that, right? Here you guys go. You can pull it up on your own if you would like. I'll go ahead and do the screen share because I'm not making it up, man.
Wow.
Yep, exact quote, Moose. Charter CEO Rutledge. We are a wireless company, dog.
Wow.
And then I'm going to pull up the Roberts quotes too, where he said something similar. He said, "We're in a fabulous place." Yeah,
Jesus.
there it is, Moose. Charter CEO Rutledge. We're a wireless
We're a
company.
wireless company.
Yep. And here's what I think the premise is, like why he even said that to begin with.
Right.
He was able to garner 344,000 wireless subscribers in the quarter. They now have 4.2 million subs for wireless.
I think that's definitely more than Boost Mobile right now.
I think Boost is just over 8 million, but I mean, they decrease. They're going the other direction.
Yeah.
Comcast added 317,000, Moose. I think combined Big Cable added 670,000 wireless subscribers, man. You know, a lot of those could have been Verizon customers.
I can guarantee you that the majority of those were Verizon customers. They were probably like, you know
It's
what?
crazy, Moose, because like Verizon counts them as customers, right?
They count them as wholesale revenue, but not as customers.
Right. But like somehow, some way, Verizon is justifying it to themselves. They're like, we're okay. If cable grows, it's fine. We're serving them. But like, what if they use 2 gigs?
What if they use 1 gig because Comcast and Charter are putting up all these like CBRS nodes? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Then that's going to really be an issue.
Let's talk about the big growers in wireless, Moose.
Yeah.
AT&T, 793,000. Cha-cha.
Yeah.
T-Mobile, 439,000. They lost 300,000 Sprint.
Yep.
Charter, 344,000. Comcast, 317,000. Verizon, 10,000. That's where we're at right now, Moose.
Wow.
Who would have thought 5 years ago the Sneed Man and the Moose Man would be talking about how Big Cable just added 700,000 subscribers in a quarter and Verizon added 10,000?
Man. It's just so sad that Verizon. So again, Verizon, right? And we've had this conversation before. We thought that it was a bad idea now that Big Cable is bringing in this many people, right? Let me ask you this, right, Sneed?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is the maximum amount of customers that Big Cable can get from any carrier? But let's say specifically
their growth, general growth.
Yeah, like their maximum amount of subscribers that they're going to be able to have.
There's no indication of a slowdown. And here's kind of like why I say that. As long as Verizon doesn't compete and they continue to stay on the sideline, they're not going to grow. So those customers they're free agents and they are gladly willing to take Verizon Wireless access from another company. If they feel that compelled to have Verizon, they can go to Spectrum or Charter if the home ISP is available to them. But then AT&T could still grow and T-Mobile can still grow. That's just additional growth opportunity. The other companies are happy to get switchers. The other companies are happy to try to grow and add lines and be competitive in pricing and value. Verizon just doesn't, they don't even try. They're doing well in wholesale. Wouldn't you agree, Moose?
Yeah, I mean, from a MVNO standpoint, right? Verizon's doing extremely well in terms of the agreements that they did with Spectrum and Comcast. But TracFone lost a significant amount of people.
Yeah, they're losing customers over some SIM cards and 3G things and stuff. It's weird. I mean, I don't know how much do you think they plan to lose, Moose, when they made their acquisition of TracFone? You think they plan to lose at least 1 million?
I was thinking that they were going to lose at least 2 million customers. Yeah.
You think they put that on the books, like they wrote it off as such?
Yeah, because I think that there was a significant amount of TracFone people that had AT&T, right?
Yeah.
And they wanted TracFone with AT&T, not
Or
Verizon.
T-Mobile, right?
Yeah, or T-Mobile, yeah. And then now they're forced to be Verizon customers.
Alexis chimes in, a major factor is people cutting the cord on TV. Costs too much, and a la carte is cheaper over the net. I've seen lots of discussions on this. Totally agree, and I think that's why they lost a lot of TV subs. And the TV market, the live TV, that piece has become ultra competitive. Somebody may feel compelled to just have like Hulu and Netflix, get one or both from their mobile provider and call it a day. There's a lot of ways you could play this. HBO Max and some of these plans now and stuff,
Well, also, Chacha, the other thing that the other thing that we got to remember is that what sport is on right now? Just baseball, right? And maybe MLS, right? For certain times, you can
smaller
get those
audiences though, Moose.
Yes, exactly, smaller audience. During NFL season, I would assume that's when the peak TV subscribers are, right? But also this fourth quarter is going to be interesting because that's also when it's the World Cup this year, right? So there might be, it's going to be huge, right? It's global, right? So I'm pretty sure that the fourth quarter for cable is going to be a lot better than this quarter for cable.
Dang, David corrected me. He said it's 12,000 for Verizon. My bad, dog.
No. You were right. We rounded down because they're so trash. We might as well round them down to 0. Jesus.
Oh man, that's funny.
12,000. Who cares? It's trash.
I know. To me, if you can't add 100,000 subscribers a quarter, you're not trying.
Right.
Right. So, Borg Granta 61103. One feature that would make Xfinity a better deal would be the ability to watch live TV from the Xfinity Stream app from anywhere on your phone. Can't believe they don't let you do that. It's terrible. Sheesh, man. Just to close things out here a little bit on the technology piece from Charter. He noted that their entire footprint is DOCSIS 3.1. He says DOCSIS or Dennis 4.0 has not deployed. They are, however, 1 gig everywhere. They have their network. But he did say that we haven't gotten everything out of 3.1 yet. He indicates that it can give us multi-gig download and can also give us gigabit symmetrical.
The heck?
Talking about DOCSIS 3.1, Moose. This is really where we're at right now, dog.
The hell? We're going to try to innovate 3.1? Jesus.
I mean, we got fiber going residential at 5 to 10 gigs.
Yep.
Right? AT&T pushing the envelope.
Right. And by the way, 10 gigs is coming next year.
And it's symmetrical. This is not a joke.
But then there's people that are like, why do I need 10 gigs? Why do I need 5?
I mean, that's another conversation.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking at this piece.
Right.
This guy's pushing the 3.1 narrative, says we got more to squeeze. And everybody's been pushing, everybody in cable at least, has been pushing the DOCSIS 4.0 narrative. We still don't have it or see it anywhere.
Well, you know what's interesting? Comcast cable does 2 gigs over 3.1, right? But Spectrum doesn't do that. So yeah, he's right. They do have more to squeeze, and they've been slow to adopt the extra speed. But I will say this: how many people actually have the 1 gig speed? It's so expensive, Sneed.
What are they going over 160?
It's one. It went up to $140 now.
Okay, now do they give the unlimited or do you have to pay for that?
No. It's 140. That's it. You don't have to pay anything else. But it's
Okay, because
140 bucks.
Cox will give you gig speed downlink, but charge you $50 to go over the terabyte.
Wow.
Dude, I'm telling you, Moose, cable is. I mean, we could talk about explosive pricing, but we could also talk about freaking terabyte caps and having to pay $50 to go above that and beyond that. Man,
Jeez.
and there's a part of me in my heart, dude, that really just roots for fixed wireless because it's the little engine that could, you just want it to just win some. I don't need it to destroy cable. I need it to compete with cable. Just like we always rooted deep down inside, everybody has always rooted for T-Mobile to compete. They had the spirit, they had the CEO, like we rooted for them to be a better competitor for the consumer, right? Like
Right.
I would always thank T-Mobile, even as a Verizon customer. I always thank T-Mobile for being a competitor because they forced Verizon to go back to unlimited. They forced AT&T to go back to unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
They forced AT&T to become more aggressive with pricing and promotion, to be more, and people have enjoyed the new AT&T promotional activity and the enhanced pricing and discounts. That's the
Right.
one thing AT&T is willing to do that Verizon won't, is discount services for certain qualifiers. And then the pricing could possibly be better than even a T-Mobile line, right?
Right.
Like we've done the math on some of those accounts with some of those discounts. So like we've done that. I just want to see competition. And man, if this week, and then going back to last week, Moose, I have seen Verizon and cable stuck in the past. They still act the same way. AT&T has kind of reformed itself, trying to right the wrongs of the whole like DirecTV, Warner Media situation. That's a thing of the past. It's in the rearview mirror now. They're competing. They will pay the most to get people switched to their network. Ultra competitive, right? They're building out their 5G network. There's a lot to root for at AT&T. I know everybody hates them, Death Star and all that, but you got to respect the grind, man.
Mm-hmm.
They've done. I mean, and yeah, I know they got to fix their billing systems and all that's warranted. You guys don't have to remind me of that. But damn, like they move a little bit different today than they did 5 years ago under Randall Stevenson. Let's be honest.
Yep. And oh man, John Donovan days, man, not good.
Yeah, Verizon's still moving the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Verizon hasn't changed anything. They still think that all that matters is reminding people how reliable their network is. And that's not working anymore. Yeah, it is a reliable network. I get it. But it's not the only thing that matters to the customer anymore. There's other things like people talk, right? Somebody has a good experience on AT&T in some city. Hey man, they're talking to their coworkers. Man, Verizon's jerking me, bro. Expensive, man. A phone. Hey man, try AT&T. It's really good. Been using it. Blah blah blah. You can bundle, get a discount, employer. Blah blah. Like all this stuff happens, right, Moose?
That's right.
And then T-Mobile advertises everything, drives it into your head. Get the great deals. They got all these promos, bundle with home internet, save money. Like they're showing everybody what they do. They'll compete fiercely. Verizon's stuck in stupid. Big cable's stuck in stupid. They're still publicly denying that fixed wireless is killing them. They're crazy. I really hope Roger Entner can get through to these people. maybe they'll talk to Roger and figure out what's actually happening at their companies. They may not know. I have no idea. Or maybe they're just in denial.
I really hope they're not in denial, because if
They
are,
might
that'd
be,
really
Moose.
sad,
They
dude.
might be, dog.
That'd be really sad.
Okay, well, Comcast CEO wasn't any better. Brian Roberts, he freaking said we're in a fabulous place. How are you in a fabulous place, dog? You lost home broadband subscribers. These companies, Moose, they're adding wireless subscribers, but this is what I was saying, like at the beginning of the show.
Mm-hmm.
You're losing the profitability of your company when you
Yeah.
lose home internet customers.
Yep.
You gaining wireless subscribers is not the same. What's the ARPU on a wireless subscriber
Ooh.
versus the ARPU on a home internet customer?
Oh yeah.
AT&T's freaking ARPU on home internet is $63. Their
Amazing.
ARPU on wireless is like 50, 51.
You know
So
what that
what would
means, right,
so what
Chacha?
would it be for cable, Moose? It'd be
If
half.
if
It'd be like
wireless ARPU
$61 to like $30.
if wireless ARPU for AT&T is, did you say 53 or $63?
Wireless is like
Sorry.
$51, $52.
Sorry, for the home broadband. What did you say? Was it 53 bucks?
$63?
63. Okay. Dude, $63. That means that a lot of people are on the gig service because the base plan is 55 bucks for the 300 by 300 fiber, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the $80 plan for 1 gig symmetrical is 80 bucks, right? So yeah, there's going to be a significant mix, but leaning towards the higher end plans because the ARPU is above the $55, which is the base plan. But you're absolutely right, though, Sneed. If you lose a customer on home internet, and they're these, Comcast Spectrum types, they're not going to come back unless that wireless experience, if they are going to T-Mobile or Verizon, is not up to par.
Yeah, the only way Verizon and T-Mobile relinquish those customers in fixed wireless would be an issue with a gateway, an issue with customer care, a billing issue. Those customers don't want to go back to big cable. They're leaving for a reason. Something was happening, treatment, pricing, whatever. Or maybe just the network experience ends up being like unmanageable. Like say somebody's like a total like nerd gamer, Oh, I gotta have latency, sub 20 milliseconds,
Right.
They might be like, man, I can't do this wireless thing. Maybe the latency's in the upper 30s and it's not good enough.
And we still got to talk about that news. Very exciting.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. The wire and that's the thing, Moose. The
Mhm.
wireless company, the mobile network operator, gains so much, right? In terms of the value of adding someone in fixed wireless. Think about that, Moose. They're going to add a $30, $40, $50, $60 infusion onto an account.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, cable is going to add a wireless subscriber, right? Because they're going one for one, right? Big cable's adding 700,000 wireless,
Mhm.
and then fixed wireless is adding 700. So it's like a push. Fixed wireless makes money. Wireless on home ISPs doesn't make money.
No.
So you're trading an unprofitable customer. You're giving up a profitable customer. They're losing in this exchange, bro.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's alarming. Unless this is just a promotional pricing and they're going to increase rates eventually.
And then they're going to leave. So what's the point of bundling?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Or they can raise money on the internet fee, right? The internet service cost. They could go up $5. They could go up $10.
Oh, to help the ARPU?
Yeah, to help the ARPU, yeah.
John with the super chat. Appreciate you, sir. I put myself on the waiting list for T-Mobile home internet. Not crazy about what Cox is doing. Cox is trash.
Terrible.
Garbage can residue. The only thing worse than their infrastructure is their customer service. The only thing worse than their customer service is their uplink. It's terrible. They're the worst. I don't know how. Chame told me that Optimum Altice was worse than Cox. I find it hard to believe.
Oh my God.
But Chame is a very honest person, so who am I to call him a liar?
I mean, when I lived in New Jersey, I had no issues with Altice, Cablevision, Optimum. That was the cheapest cable plan I've ever had in my life. $34 flat.
Yeah, but Moose, the thing is in that particular area, you might have had good competition. You might have had 3 options.
No. I only actually had Well, if you want to
Like,
even
was
call it
Fios there?
Files was there, but it was legacy equipment, so it only went up to 100, and it was like $80.
I was gonna say, like, usually on in that portion of the country, you got Altice, Optimum,
Yep.
you got Fios,
hmm
and then what is it, Spectrum that's there?
Comcast.
Comcast. Okay, so you
Yeah.
got frickin' Xfinity there.
Yep.
Trash.
Trash. Dude.
Garbini.
But Altice wasn't bad for me, honestly. But I can imagine that
To me,
Altice
cable's cable, Moose. I feel like
yeah.
they all move the same way. They all act the same way.
hmm
You're just changing characters.
And whenever there's
Same show.
water, if there's a
What's
water
that?
damage, oh man. If there's water damage on the line, oh, it's bad.
Oh, it's over?
Oh, it's done.
No protections.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Moose. We covered it pretty good, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy phenomena. Who would have thought that this day would come where cable is the wireless gainer,
Jesus.
right? And mobile is the home broadband gainer. It's crazy. What up, John? Good to see you, brother. Glad you come through. All right, next story is up. I put that in the live chat for those on replay. It is in the show notes. I'm going to hit you guys with the screen share, and then we can kind of discuss this, Moose. Let me preface this by saying we knew about this several months ago. It was not something that I felt compelled to report on at the time, but it has found its way to the Dano Man. Right. Cha cha.
Yeah. See, the SMT knows too much, man.
I know, man.
Knows too much.
The problem with knowing stuff. All right.
Yeah, that's right.
AT&T tests gaming traffic prioritization amid net neutrality debate. I don't think this is much a story about net neutrality per se. I think this is more an indication that AT&T has been piloting some kind of a fast track gaming experience, right? I don't know how many people in the nation specifically, like if we're just talking about the audience, are into cloud gaming. How many people are actually doing these types of gaming specific things? But like, would you as a consumer be interested in having a specific lane on the cloud? I'm talking servers, I'm talking connectivity, access to games, just the way you download the games, the way you play the games. Would you be willing to pay for that priority?
So let's give some more context about what this is. So SMT has been involved with cloud gaming, right? The Xbox Game Pass, right? You don't have to download the game to the console, right? You could play the game through the internet, through the Xbox gaming experience through the cloud, right? But right, will that experience be completely different on cable? Possibly, right? Because the latency is much higher, right? Fiber, the latency is significantly lower in most markets. In this particular article, the representative of AT&T that was being interviewed was talking about a cloud gaming experience through mobile. But as we all know, that experience can easily go to landline, right? Like a fiber network, right? Because at the end of the day, what we're talking about is reducing the amount of hops it takes for you to get to your destination, right? To your content that you want to download or pull through the cloud. There's a lot of gaming services already, like GeForce Now, Stadia, right, from Google, Xbox Cloud Gaming, aka Xbox Game Pass, and that's going to be bolstered with the Activision Blizzard acquisition, which involves the Call of Duty franchise and various other franchises, along with Blizzard's properties. So this is a big deal. And by the way, AT&T is not the first to do it. In the article, there's a link to Cox. They already include it in their services for free. It's baked into the price, but it's more of like we were looking at it before the show, Sneed. It's like a VPN to get the lowest possible ping time to 150 plus games, including Call of Duty, Warzone, Vanguard, World of Warcraft, Minecraft, etc. So it's interesting. Definitely, right? AT&T Fiber sponsors those streamers, right, on Twitch, right? They sponsor them on Twitch. You know, I felt like we talked about this before, right? The QCI is one thing, right? Quality of service is one thing. Having your own dedicated lane is very interesting because the idea is, hypothetically, let's say you're trying to download a game, Sneed, right, to your computer.
Mm-hmm.
And that server, because there's so many people trying to get the same bandwidth, right? So they're sharing the bandwidth from that server.
Could you imagine at certain parts of the evening moves?
Right. Exactly. Just like Netflix, right? Certain parts of the evening, Netflix, HBO Max, whatever, they're pulling from that same bandwidth. And there's a cap, right, to how much can go out from that server. What I'm assuming this thing is doing is it's going to give you a dedicated lane. So if you need to download something really quickly, my boss just texted me asking if I'm going to propose this weekend. I'm like, whoa, chill. Need more dinero, you know, need more dinero.
You gotta be ready to make those moves, bro.
Exactly, you know. Every day.
You got to get to catching before you get to clapping.
Exactly. So imagine, right? SMT Nation Sneed needs to download, not upload, but download something quickly, right? But that bandwidth from that server is being shared, so he's only getting, even with the gig service, 500 download speed, 700 download speed, 800 download speed. Imagine if, because of this specific lane to this gaming server, you're able to go to like 3 gig download speed because you're on this particular gaming platform for the fiber or for the wireless, and you're able to
like the numbers of this.
Yeah.
An 800 megabit connection versus a 3 gigabit connection. Is that possible?
Oh yeah, it's definitely possible. 100%.
Because we're talking about a 2x, 3x, 4x multiplier.
Yeah.
People will sign up for that, I feel.
I've seen it. I've been able to see it live. You know, it's pretty wild when you see it in person, the dramatic changes. But again, they're very niche situations, right, Sneed? They're very niche situations. When I'm downloading a game, how many times do you download a game? Well, you update the game, you know, every week or every 2 weeks because of patches.
What's the typical size of the updates? I mean, 300 meg, 500 meg?
Yeah, it depends, right? It could be even like in some Xbox games, it could be a gig that's updated, right?
Yeah, I have seen some pretty crazy ones.
But imagine if that
maps, dog.
So check this out. Imagine if you're only paying for 500 Mbps speed, but because you have that extra gaming add-on, anytime you're downloading a game, it gives you the maximum possible from that server. That is the vision, I'm assuming, because that's the same type of idea of the QCIs, right, Sneed? When in times of congestion.
Oh, this is 100% a gaming QCI.
Yeah, exactly.
This is 100% a gaming lane. Yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. Do you bake it in to a plan or to a option for fiber, or do you just give it away for free like Cox is doing, right? If you scroll down to this article on your screen, right, and you go to right there, its website right there, no. Right there, it says on its website. Yeah, right there. This is Cox. If you click on that link, that's the Cox link to their version of what we're talking about. And if you read the fine print and all this, it's like, if you scroll down just slightly. Okay. It says less lag, fewer ping spikes, less jitter. So basically what it's trying to do is give you the best possible routed connection to the gaming server. So, less hops, right? Instead of it being like 20 steps to get to your destination, it's only 14 steps. So you're cutting, 6 steps to get to your destination.
Appreciate you, TJ. Thanks for the super chat. So TJ says, thanks for all the videos and the live streams. Appreciate you very much, TJ. All the support and all that you do here on the channel. Thank you. And to everybody, all for those that are here, thank you so much. And those on replay, do like this video and share it if you want to help out the channel. The super chats are obviously tremendous and appreciate as well. Thank you. Big term in the house. Less lag, man. So the ping time drops, right? Fewer ping spikes, so you get a more consistent expectation of latency and then less jitter, trying to keep that connection stable. This is really about consistency, Moose. Right? They're giving you the best possible chance to not have those moments where you peak spike and all of that stuff. And what really ruins the gaming experience is the inconsistency.
I had an opportunity to
And then they go and advertise their pricing, Moose.
Exactly, immediately.
Yeah, so look, they got $50 for 250 meg, $70 for 500 meg. By the way, guys, I pay $60 a month for gigabit symmetrical. Right? So I would have to pay $100 for 1 gig down, and I would probably get like 35 up. And look at this, Moose. Speeds that are faster than typical 5G home internet speeds.
My God.
Yeah, fixed wireless is going to kill Cox.
Dude, they're trying to advertise against 5G wireless.
Hey, look, have your own modem at Elite Gamer for $7 a month. Cha-cha.
So it is a $6.99 upsell.
Somehow, some way.
Exactly.
The Elite Gamer is used as an intelligent server network. Yep. They're making you pay.
Yeah, so it's like a VPN in my opinion. But here's the thing, though, Cha-cha. So imagine if AT&T told you, you know what, we'll include it in our 1 gig, 2 gig, and 5 gig plans for free.
Huge value. Huge value.
Yeah, exactly. So the way that I see this thing is it's going to be an add-on, a value add-on. That's the reason why these companies are trying to innovate, is to have additional add-ons to justify upselling you for spending more money. I don't know if you know this, Sneed. If you go onto your home manager app, they give you an option to add Home Protect Plus or something like that.
Some kind of add-on feature? Looks like we lost Moose there for a second.
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now, Moose.
Yeah. I was saying that AT&T, the home manager app, they added the like an add-on feature for your like enhanced VPN and some other stuff like malware. There's a couple of things that were added. Let me see if I can find it. But my point is, right, Sneed, is that these companies are trying to add value to their offerings.
I mean, but it's a good add-on. All right, I think Alexis puts it in pretty good terms here. Think about how much less time you spend waiting from when your application queues a packet to the cloud to when the app responds back. That's big, a big win, and not volume of data spent. If you look at it from a month-to-month standpoint, and you look at it from a competitive standpoint, and just overall just time, right? It's valuable. It actually has value. Because it's going to give you an advantage, don't you think, Moose?
Yeah.
I mean, people pay for QCIs.
Yeah.
Like in mobile, like people they want, like AT&T Elite, the premium, Verizon postpaid. Dude, like, think about it. How many people get visible and are like, man, Verizon's network sucks. And then they actually get on QCI8 and they're like, oh, it's actually pretty good. How many people get, just whatever MVNO or prepaid service and then are disappointed with congestion and whatever. Well, like this offers you a better experience. And Moose, when you pay for it, they have to guarantee that.
Yep. So, okay, I found it. Let me see if I can send this to you. So basically, it's the Active Armor thing that we are talking about, right? That this suite of additional add-ons. So for $7 a month, you get a VPN at home, you get a threat activity dashboard, ID monitoring, and advanced content controls. But again, do you want to pay $7 additional? Some people might, right, to feel secure, right? The VPN at home. But again, it goes back to will this eventually be included in the top tier plans, Chacha, right? The 5 gig, the 10 gig. I mean, it's very expensive compared to the other plans. Why don't they bake it in, right?
You think they're getting the $7, Moose?
People are getting it, man. If people have an option, I mean, think about it like this. How big is VPN right now, right?
Huge.
Yeah. What about if you
VPN
don't have
for business, VPN for personal, VPN for gaming, VPN for torrenting, VPN everything.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying, man, that VPN is critical. I think that these bolt-on services are too good right now.
All right, Franco chimed in with a super chat. Appreciate that very much. I'm on US Mobile. Service has been great so far. I will never leave the Verizon network. I keep my Magenta MAX line just for the data. Interesting. Maybe just testing or something. I don't know, man. Usually when a network is good for you, you don't feel compelled to have other lines. But I suppose if you like having something else, like for me, Moose, even if I didn't have the channel, I would have 2 different providers simultaneous. I would. Right. And, you might have to mobile hotspot. One network might be unavailable down a tower site. Power goes out and one provider doesn't have backup power and all of that. I think having, at least one person within the household should have a second different network access,
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to like some kind of event and one carrier takes a dump or something. You got a backup plan.
Wait, but isn't it interesting though, Chacha, that not many people would want to spend additional money for an additional line?
Well, it depends how much it is. Like, for example, if I'm paying single line prices, I'm only going to have one line. But if I'm going to be on like multi-line accounts, family accounts, yeah, I can pull that off, right? Like, if my line on my main account is $30 and I got like 5 other lines on there, and then I can get on another multi-line account with like a friend or a family member, and that line's going to cost me $30, then who cares? Right? I'm looking at that like $60. I mean, multi-line pricing it's cool, bro.
Yeah.
But if I'm playing straight up like AT&T premium line, which is what, 85, 90 after taxes, most people, or Verizon, what is it? Get more, get the most, whatever it's called. It's like $100 after taxes. Magenta Max, same thing. If I'm paying a single line, I mean, that line has to do it all. And you better believe I'm going to be choosing that single line based on whichever network is always up and running. Non-negotiable. The outages, all that stuff has to be a minimal.
Right.
When you got multi-lines, there's more wiggle room and stuff like that. Anyways, another topic for another day, I suppose, Moose. Moose, thanks for coming on, bro. Thanks for hanging out. It was a great show. We talked about all the things going on with cable and wireless and home internet and broadband. We talked about the AT&T gaming priority and kind of what's going on with the industry. We didn't get to the Apple story and the iPhone store. We'll be talking about it soon as we kind of gear up for the launch in the fall. More stuff will be coming out. We'll get more leaks and get more information. We could talk about it more at a later time. Thanks, Moose. Appreciate you, bro.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
Appreciate all the super chats to everybody. Thank you to the SMT Nation. You guys are awesome. All your support so greatly appreciated. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Become a supporter of the nation. Watch some of my videos, my other podcasts and stuff. I got a whole portfolio of videos and a whole catalog of things that I do in testing and live streams and all of that. So, yeah, go ahead and subscribe. Don't be bashful. Like and share. That helps out the channel. Hashtag 2LiveCrew, hashtag replay crew, hashtag save the bear, help the bear, whichever one you guys like. Hashtag ravioli gang. Let's do Moose. We should do one for you, man. Hashtag moose claps, not to be confused with moose tracks. So hashtag moose claps. We'll do that one. That's a new one. And you guys have a great weekend. We got some Patreon stuff up and coming. So all the Patreon supporters, thank you guys as well. And got some videos coming soon. Have a great weekend, everyone. We out this piece. Peace.